tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But it's in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me.
All right, here we go.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20
Let's
on
beat the
EA.
Raiders.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That's it, baby.
And let's Let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front, as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time was able to make the play defensively. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, we got four down.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 71 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Set it up on the play before.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
from the 35 on second down. Locke, he'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 50. Check 3. Check 3. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 18 Gators.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
You draw Corker. Check 13. Check 52.
They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Check. Watch the eye. Shoot.
On first down, it's Lindsay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Lindsay. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, it's Wallace. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Lindsay, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Move. We got 4. 57.
Now to the air. Lock. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
You're going to continue to get open, you're going to get the ball.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Bye-bye, Raiders.
So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. This pass complete to Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
70, Indy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Day. That is
oh, no.
It's Tajay Sharp. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tajay Sharp as the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
A final shot before half for Locke. He'll find Lindsey here, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Day. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw. Day. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first down. Day. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Just shy. The end result, 21 yards. He's a smaller back. You can get lost, make someone miss. It's good.
I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets, but get him out in the open field into some his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the someone miss in the open field.
Two now, 2nd and goal. Raider touchdown. Tyler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Carl. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20. And up shot at the 23-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive will commence with a run by. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield.
A nice run there, 9 yards. And down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.